The next day, in the middle of Miss Hardwick's grammar lesson on when to use lay and when to use lie, you lay your head down on the desk and doze off. In the hallway after class, you see the Mac grinning like he's just won the lottery in a neon green t-shirt that says, "Similes are like metaphors." "Check it out," he says, handing you a sheet of paper with, get this, most of the words blacked out. And on this page, it looks very similar to when our main character blacked it out in Huck Finn, only this is from the Three Musketeers. So Mr. Mac did the same thing where he blacked out most of the words and highlighted a few. And it reads, "A new reader knows hope and happiness. They become hungry, pushed into the hands of promise. We read to be satisfied knowing." Conversation with the Mac. "You inspired me," he says. "Pretty cool, huh?" I guess." "Miss Hardwick showed me your assignment." "Magnificent." "It wasn't all that. I just didn't feel like writing 3 paragraphs on why the book was ragabash." "Didn't like it, huh? You're missing out. Huckleberry Finn is a masterpiece, my friend." "More like a disaster piece. It was way too slow." You want a faster piece? I've got something." "Nah, I'm good, Mr. Mac." "I'm going to hook you up, Nick." "How about you hook me up with that dragonfly box?" "You're still sweating this little old box?" he asks, holding it in his hand. "Why won't you tell us what's inside, Mr. Mac?" And then we have our footnotes again. It says, ragabash, noun, worthless, rubbish. The book has a lot of bad grammar, and my dad says it got banned when he was in school because it was racist. So yeah, ragabash. "Mystery is good for the soul." "I won't tell anybody." "Maybe," he says. Then he nudges you out the library before you realize he's put it in your hands. First dinner without Mom. Mustard, mac, and cheese. Smells as bad as it sounds and tastes even worse. "How was school?" "Fine." "Did you finish the R's?" He knows your pause means no. "The good colleges look for extraordinary, Nicholas. You need to know these words if you want to attend a good college, Nicholas." "College is not for like 5 years, Dad." "Placement tests, application essays. It's all words, son. Know the words and you'll excel." "None of my friends have to memorize 1,000 words. I'm not like you, Dad. Maybe I don't want to be extraordinary. Maybe I just want to be ordinary." "That's a load of codswallop. I give you the dictionary so you'll know the world better, son. So you'll be better. Your mother texted me today. She misses you." "Do you miss her?" "She's worried about you, Nicholas. Give her a call." "You didn't answer my question." "It's complicated, but we're both still here for you." "You're not both here. That's the problem." "Let's just finish eating." "I'm done." He tells you to take the leftovers for lunch. Yeah, right. And you trash them. Footnotes say, codswallop, noun, something utterly senseless, nonsense. I actually like this word, but not when he says it. You clear the table and make a bacon, ham, and cheese sandwich for your actual lunch, then head off to, not sleep, for the 3rd night in a row. "I'm sorry," Kobe says, juggling the ball with his sides before passing it. "For what?" you ask, trapping it with your chest. "For when we beat y'all in 2 weeks." "Not gonna happen, dude." You kick the ball back to him. "I'm starving. Is your mom cooking?" "Nah, but we got leftovers." "Watch this, Nick," he says. Then he dribbles to the center of his backyard and Flame throws a banana kick so swift it basically splits the air, then sizzles right into the doghouse. Hanging out at Kobe's. While he gets the grub, you check to see if Dad has been blowing up your phone with "come home" texts. He hasn't. There are, however, 2 texts and 3 voicemails from your mom, and it's probably not fair that you haven't responded. But hey, life isn't fair. She of all people ought to know that. Conversation. "What you doing?" Just checking to see if the warden called. Bro, you do know your dad's famous. My dad blows. I Googled him. Did you know he's got like 9,000 followers? You're Googling my dad? That's weird. I'm just saying he's cool. Remember that time he took us to the fun park? Kobe, we were like 7. But we had fun though. That flying circus ride was insane. At least your dad doesn't make you read the dictionary. It's hard for him to make me do anything when I only see him once a year. Your mom can cook though. I love her food. My mom blows. Let's call April, he says. But when she answers, you can't think of anything to say, so you press end call. Man up, Nick. Tell her that her smile sparkles like a midnight star or something, or give her these. Then he reaches in his top drawer and hands you, get this, milk chocolate wrapped in shiny red and gold. What am I supposed to do with 2 bars of chocolate, Kobe? It's not just any old chocolate, bro. 100% premium deluxe cocoa. It's made in Ghana. So sweet, it'll give you a cavity just thinking about it. Home Alone. When you get home, you see Dad's note that he's out with friends, which is odd, because you didn't know he had any. But it's cool, because now you can fall asleep watching the Super Bowl on ESPN Classic without getting a lecture on the negative impact of aggression and violence in your other favorite sport. Why you no longer play football. Your first game at Pop Warner was electric. In the fourth quarter, a pass came across the middle, but before you could catch it and turn downfield to score the winning touchdown, a brick wall named Popeye Showalter popped up out of nowhere and shut the lights off for the longest 3 minutes of your mom's life. And that is why you no longer play football. The next morning, you throw the covers off, lace your cleats, grab your burgundy and blue headband that matches your Barcelona jersey, which you slept in, throw your clothes in the hamper like he asked you to do 2 days ago, and tiptoe down the stairs to sneak out of the house before he wakes up and starts with all the homework questions. The homework questions. Where are you going? He asks, sitting on the front stoop. Oh, hey, Dad, you say, startled. Looks like the storm missed us again. Gonna be a swell weekend, you say, saluting the sun, wishing you had snuck out earlier and avoided the blah, blah, blah. So, you're the weatherman now, huh? He asks, lacing his running shoes. You going running, Dad? Don't try to change the subject. Do you have a match today? This afternoon. So where are you going? To meet Kobe at the park. Did you finish your homework? The R's? Average person knows about 12,000 words. Average president knows twice that, he says, sounding like Morgan Freeman. Even George Bush? You say with a smirk. You want to go to Dallas, right? I am going to Dallas. You already said I could go. You do what you need to do in order to do what you want to do, and I suspect that you still need to do some reading. But Dad, I shouldn't have to read on the weekend. I have a game this afternoon, a game tomorrow, plus there's 3 matches Kobe and I are watching later on TV, and I... Read for an hour, then you can go, he shouts, already a half block into his morning stride. And don't forget to call your mother. Text from Mom. My dear Nikki, I'm assuming you've been eaten by a black mamba or pummeled to shreds by a stampede of mammoth, Shire sport horses, since you haven't returned a single text of mine. Love, Mom. Text to Mom. Hey, Mom, why'd you bail? Sorry I didn't call you back. I've been feeling a little hoarse. I got a trot off. Soccer match today. Giddy up. Jackpot. Miss Quattlebaum finally pairs you with April for the waltz, which is sensational, and 1, 2, 3, because the right hand must guide the small of Milady's back, 2, 2, 3, across the glossy hardwood, while the lucky left, 3, 2, 3, gets to hold her hand. Twirl her out, 4, 2, 3, spin her in, pull her close, nose to nose, for the longest, most awesome 6 seconds ever, during which you quietly wish that the German dancer who invented the waltz had included a kiss. Insomnia. You make a sleep mask out of one of your dad's ties. You try counting sheep backwards. You even pick up the book about Pele that Mac made you take. Nothing works. So you lie there, staring at the ceiling, remembering those 6 seconds with April and the past 6 days without Mom. Invest all of my money to cure this disease. Standing in the lunch line, Kobe says, "Just ask your dad to take us to school, dang." "Trust me, you don't want that. He's got logorrhea," you answer. "That sounds disgusting." "It is." "Hey, Nick, there's April. Go for it." "Nah, I'm good." "Dean and Dawn aren't even around. Stop being scared." "I'm not. I just don't feel like it today." "Hey, April," he screams, then ducks. She turns around and looks at me. Logorrhea, noun, an excessive use of words. If I had $1 million, I'd invest all of my money to cure this disease. Big trouble. You walk up to April, scared straight. "When's your next game?" she asks. You swallow your gum and string together a few coherent words. "We play on Saturday at the community center." If you had more than $3 in your pocket, maybe you could buy her a cookie or an ice cream sandwich. Instead, you stand there frozen. "I'm coming with Charlene and my cousin. Score a goal for me," she says, then shoots a smile. That sends you to Jupiter long enough for Dawn to accidentally knock the tray out of your hands and bring you back to Earth. "Why'd you do that, Dawn?" April snaps as you pick up the food. "Nobody's talking to you, Abe." "Shut up," she fires back and gives him a shove that only makes him laugh more and makes you want to shut him up. Stand up. "Her name's April," you say with a mean scowl. "How'd you like it if I called you Daw instead of Dawn?" "Daw?" he says, laughing loud enough to startle the few kids in the lunchroom who weren't paying attention. "That doesn't even make any sense." "Daw is the origin of your name," you continue. "It means simpleton, as in idiot." He stops laughing. "As for your last name, Eggleston, well, that comes from the Latin word egesta, as in excrement or dung. So maybe we should call you Dumb Dung." Now the whole lunchroom is cracking up. April too. "Or better yet, how about stupid crap?" a guy in the back of the line hollers. Shots fired. Even the blonde-haired cafeteria lady joins in on the fun. "Oh my, you just got cooked, son." The place goes crazy. It's like you're about to score and everyone's chanting your name. "Nick Hall, Nick Hall, Nick Hall." He charges, tries to tackle you, and then, what the? You snap out of it and realize that none of this happened. Arrgh. Back to life. "Say something, punk," One-Eyed Dean says, standing in front of you. Wait, where'd he come from? "Stay away from April," he continues. "She's mine." "I'm not yours, and you can't tell him to stay away from me," April shouts back. "Let's go, Nick," she adds. Dean knocks you into the fruit stand. You fall. So do all the bananas and apples. A hand reaches down to pick you up. "Let's bounce," Kobe says. "This has nothing to do with you, African," Don says to him, then daps One-Eyed Dean, who adds, "Yeah, you Blasian, rice-eating." But before he can finish, Kobe covers up one eye and hollers, "Yeah, well, I got my eye on you, Dean." And the place breaks out in ooh and ahs when all of a sudden, Dean and Don both bum rush Kobe, who punches Don in the stomach before One-Eyed Dean knocks him to the ground. You just, get this, stand there, still frozen, with bubble yum stuck in your throat and king chocolate squished in your pocket while your best friend tries to fight off 2 pissed off dogs by himself. Do-over. You know how sometimes at night when you can't sleep and you're watching the stars go round and round on the ceiling fan, replaying that one lousy incident over and over in your mind? Wishing you'd done something different, and if you had a do-over, you definitely would have swooped down on them jokers like a vulture, instead of just circling above, standing idly by while your best friend gets a black eye and suspended from school. Consequences. The twins get sent back to ABC for the rest of the school year. Kobe gets 2-day suspension. You get nothing. Free as a bird. The day after the fight, Principal Miller sends a letter to all parents saying racism will not be tolerated at Langston Hughes. Then we have a long assembly and watch Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, which you know by heart from listening to it. Conversation. I got an email from Principal Miller. Everyone got that. I also got a call. Racism is serious, Nicholas. I know, Dad. Were those boys picking on you? It's nothing. I can handle it. By fighting? I wasn't fighting. Principal Miller says you were mixed up in all this and Kobe got suspended? That's not good. They started it. Son, if they're bullying you, I can schedule a meeting with their parents and the principal. Dad, no. You don't understand. I'll be fine. Can I get back to my homework now? The last time you got into a fight. There's only been one fight. It didn't go well. Happened in 4th grade during social studies. Some kid named Travis put his fingernail in your hair. You kicked his desk. He didn't like that. Told you to meet him after school in the playground. You'd been taking taekwondo lessons, so he was in for a beatdown. When you arrived, he wasn't there, so you practiced. Side punch, knife hand block, roundhouse kick. But when he showed up, you were a little exhausted from all that freaking practice. So as he rushed you, instead of readying for the easy takedown, you called, "Time out!" and turned around for a breather when he jumped you from behind. And you never went back to taekwondo. Last night you couldn't watch TV because Dad canceled the cable, so you missed The Walking Dead. This morning he tells you that you're not getting this week's allowance because of your mountain of unwashed clothes. And now Miss Hardwick is reading another boring book in class, and April hasn't smiled at you since the lunchroom brawl. April is, and this is an acrostic poem, lovely, intelligent, magnetic, electric, red hot, easygoing, nice, courageous, elegant. Caught. The intensity on your face is deafening, Nicholas Haw. What? Huh? If only you were concentrating as much on the Watsons go to Birmingham as you were on that notebook of yours. Care to show us what you've been working on? It must be good because your pencil's been perpendicular for a good part of my class. Come up here and bring your notebook with you. The walk to her desk feels like a death march. Each classmate you pass is eager and loaded, ready to fire. No other way to look at it. Everyone's going to know. April's going to know. You're pretty much dead. A bead of sweat drops from your eyebrow. Miss Hardwick had to see it hit her desk. You hand her the notebook. She glances at it, then shoots a look that says, "You're going down, huh?" Then she smiles. If there were an award for worst teacher, Miss Hardwick would win, hands down. She had a frown on her face since the beginning of the school year, so when she smiles, you're flummoxed. "Well, it appears that Nicholas here has been doing a little bit of extra credit," she says, staring at your notebook. Now you're really confused. She hands you back your notebook. "Nicholas, would you please share this lovely new vocabulary word you've discovered?" She winks at you when she says lovely. She's going to embarrass you in front of everyone. Do I have to, Miss Hardwick? It's such a wonderful rhythmic word. Spell it for the class, please. You do. And then she goes in for the kill. Footnotes. Flummoxed, verb, to bewilder or confused. Why is Hardwick smiling? Do you know what it means, Nicholas? No, you lie. Why is she still smiling? Let's give Nicholas a round of applause. Everyone does, even April. Class, your homework is to define limerence and use it in a sentence. Whew, you think as you walk back to your seat. I survived. Miss Hardwick isn't all that bad. You escaped. But just before you sit down, Winifred raises her hand and starts spraying bullets every which way. Limerence, she says. From the French word lumière. I can tell you what it means right now, Miss Hardwick. No. Go right ahead, Winifred. Limerence is the experience of being in love with someone, commonly known as a crush, but not any old crush, a major crush. Nicholas B. Hall, beloved son, best friend, soccer star, 2003 to 2016. Died of onomatophobia. May he rest in peace. Footnotes say, onomatophobia, noun, fear of hearing a certain word. Dead! Kobe's back. When I was little, my favorite toy was a remote control helicopter. I took it on vacation one summer and accidentally flew it into the hotel pool. I was afraid to jump in and get it because I couldn't swim. By the time my dad got it out, the engine had flooded and it wouldn't fly anymore. It was my favorite toy and I lost it. I guess what I'm trying to say, Kobe, is I'm sorry. I should have jumped in, helped you in the fight. He shrugs his shoulders, tells you, don't worry about it, Nick. Just have my back next time. Did you get in trouble? Yeah, I can't play in any games. For a week. What? Can you still go to Dallas? Of course. Whew. Sorry, Kobe. Yeah, just deal the cards. Blackjack in the library. Let's play soccer after school. Nick. I can't. Got some chores to do before my dad gets home. You and Kobe sit on the floor in the back near the biographies, playing cards, whispering. I already started packing for Dallas. You? Think she knows? Everyone knows, Nick. How? Did April say something? Nope, but Charlene gave me this note to give you from April. Blackjack. Shh. Let me see the note. What note? Whispers the Mac, surprising both of us. I told you to be quiet, Kobe. Hey, why are you whispering? Whispers the Mac. 'Cause we're in the library, Mr. Mac. Not in the Dragonfly Cafe. We drop it like it's hot here. Fellas, let me ask you a question. Do you have a faith book? Yeah, a checkbook, you say. Give me some cash. Good one, Nick, Kobe says, laughing along with you. Ha ha, I'm talking about a book that just wows you. Just totally rips your heart out of your chest and then brutally stomps on it. That kind of book. Oh, wow, you say. When you find that kind of book, holla at us, Mr. Mac. How was that soccer book I loaned you, Nick? About that. It's a kid's book, Mr. Mac. Yeah, but it's about Pele, he says. Really? It's a book about Pele, the king of football? Kobe asks. I would read that. You would? Nah, probably not, but I definitely look at the pictures, Kobe says, and we both laugh. Okay, enough goofing off, fellas, and hide the note you slid under your leg before Miss Hardwick peeps it. Blackjack, Kobe says, as the Mac walks off. Note from April. Dear Nick, Charlene and I think limerence is beautiful. Meet me after swim class. Change of plans. Kobe, you still want to play soccer? Yeah? Cool. But I thought you had chores. I can do them later. You're suspect, bro. Conversation after soccer. Come on, man, just wait with me. Can't. Gotta get home to watch my sister. Just for a minute. I don't know what to say. Just talk about the weather or something. That's corny. Nick, it ain't deep. Talk about what you know. Soccer? Yeah, talk to her about the Dallas Cup. Good idea, but what if she thinks it's boring? And she's crazy, in which case you don't want her anyway. True. I gotta go. But there she is, over there on the sidewalk. What should I do? That's a shame. What? That you don't know what to say, given all the words in your dad's dictionary. Hey, where are you going? Come back. Conversation with April. Nice bike, Nick. Thanks. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Aren't you going to ask me how was swimming class? How was swimming class? Well, Miss Hardwick jumped in the pool. What? No freaking way. Yeah, she wanted to test the water. Get it? Test? That's funny. Did you hear she isn't coming back next year? Seriously? Yep, she's going to another school in Texas. Wow, that's cool. I like her. Yeah, she's okay, I guess. You lie. Hey, I'm going to Texas. That's nice. For what? Dallas Cup. It's a pretty prestigious soccer tournament. I like when you say words like that. Prestigious? That's not really a big word or anything. But you know a lot of big words? Yeah, thanks to my dad, the verbomaniac. I have to read his dictionary of weird words. What letter are you on? I just finished Q and R. Wow, like what kind of words? Like, Quattlebaum? Miss Quattlebaum? Yep, her name is a portmanteau word, which means it's made up of two different words. Her name is German. Quaddle means fruit and baum means tree. So she's Miss Fruit Tree? Sure is. But we probably shouldn't call her that. That's funny. What about my last name, Farah? I think it means pretty or something. So, do you like soccer? Not really. Oh, just kidding. I like watching you play. Hey, I'm sorry about your parents. Huh? I mean, what do you mean? I saw what you posted about them ruining your life. Oh, I wasn't. My parents trip out too. It's so annoying. I'm over it anyway. Well, that's good, because I don't want you to lose your smile again. And then our footnotes say Pharaoh, which is April's last name. But the actual word is a noun, meaning a litter of pigs. No way was I telling her that she's a pig. Here comes my mom. Rain check on a big hug. See you in school, Nick. Okay, thanks. Bye, April. The only thing better than getting a hug from April is the promise of getting a hug from her. Probability. If there are 278,000 people in your city, what are the odds of you running into the two people you least want to run into?